Hello, welcome back to the last auction recap, the last comic book auction recap of 2016. This is the Comicconnect December 2016 feature auction. As always, killer books in this auction. Another great year for all the big auction house. Um, Here you have a very rare book, even rarer than Action Comics #1 is issue 2. Just look at this beauty. 25,000. Talking about reasonable for the second appearances of Superman, right? The label is conserve. Tear seals to cover, cover clean, cover and centerfold reinforced. That's why when I first look at the price and not look at the fine print on the grade, I thought 8.0 for that price seemed cheap. And now I know why. It's conserve. I'm getting old. My eyes, I can't even see the little conserve on top of the big 8.0. But anyhow, still 25,000 for a very, very rare book. Here is another rare one. 7. Action 7 for 40,000. Can you imagine what Action 2 would have been worth if it had Superman on the cover? That's what hurt that book. Many of these early Golden Age books, without having Batman or Superman on the cover, make a big difference. Big difference. Let's take a look at this conserve label. This is the second Superman cover. Okay, so that's make it even more special. So Superman was not on the cover of issue 2 through 6. Same kind of work that was done, except for the centerfold, but everything else seems similar as far as cover clean, tear seals, cover reinforced. Wow, beauty. How about this one? 13, a tough issue to find. Another tough one. One of my favorite early Superman cover with the train. 23,500 for a conserve 4.0. Nice. Beautiful. I think it's a good idea to have a conserve label to differentiate universal and restoration conserve. I like it. Some other people may not, but I like it. Here is actually my favorite of the bunch. Okay, as far as Superman cover, early Superman cover, I love this cover, always have. Issue 15, Universal 1.8, a bargain, 2,272. Let's see, let's have a closer look at this one. Tape on interior cover. I'm surprised that it doesn't say, well, I guess the cover is still attached barely on the bottom staple. I thought for sure it might be a complete cover detached. If that was the case, it may have been noted on the label. Here's a rarity. Beautiful purple cover. Action 242. 34,000. Yeah. 34,000. Look at this beauty. Talk about rarity. Look at that. That's a beautiful, look at that. You can barely see any kind of major creases, right? Wow. 8.0. I would think that that's was a tight grade on this book because it's such a beautiful book. You know, without looking at the grade and see what the back cover. Let's see the back cover. Maybe the major problem is on the back cover. Let's see. Nothing there. Nothing. Look pretty good to me. with my eyes, I really can't see anything major as far as creases. So without knowing what the heck is wrong with the interior or stain that we can't see with the purple covers, that seemed like a pretty tight 8.0. All-Star 8, Wonder Woman, 20,000. That seemed kind of cheap. I say that's kind of cheap. Apparent 7.0, moderate extensive restoration. Nice looking book. Evans Restore, 20 grand for Wonder Woman first appearances. I think that's a bargain, okay? I have no idea if that is the case. When it comes down to restore book, it is really hard to determine the value from one book to another because you don't have this, there's not a lot of examples to go by. Archie #1, 29,388. Wow. Come on now. Let's see what's going on here. Cover detached. That's what I thought, because from far away, you look at the book, it looked a lot nicer than a 3.0, but the fine print say cover detached. Here you go. Okay. Perfect examples to save in anyone's database as far as what can a book be with a cover detached. There's a good example. A nice looking book that can, probably be easily 6.5 based on what I can see here. Okay, maybe 6.0, but with the cover detached, 3.0. Let's take a look at the back cover real quick. Okay, see, the front look like it can be a 6.0, but the back cover, let's see what the back cover look like. Ooh, rough. Okay, tough edge is rough. See, now, based on my opinion, if this book cover was not detached, it probably would be a good candidate for something like a 4.5, in my opinion, as far as grade. But the cover is detached, so it maxed out at that 3.0 level. Nice looking book. This is the big kahuna of this auction. Look at this Batman #1 8.0. 390K. Nosebleed. Oh my goodness. Look at that. 8.0. A Larson copy nonetheless. A pedigree with some foxing. Look at that. The question is, how long has that foxing been there? See, I always, whenever I come down to foxing, is one of those toughest flaw to understand. Does foxing spread? I would love to see a picture of this book 10 years ago, 20 years ago, to see if foxing spread or it stayed the same in that area. Under good storage condition, foxing should not spread. Okay, but there's a lot about foxing that people don't understand. I read up as much as I can with foxing, but I think under ideal storage condition, you don't have to worry about foxing spreading. Nice. 390K, nice. If you can't afford that copy, how about this 6.5 copy for 180K? Old label goodness. Small amount of writing on interior. The good old days, right? You don't see that kind of notation on CGC label anymore. What is going on at the spine? What is going on? What is that? I don't know. I want to take a closer look if it's possible. What is going on at the spine? Is that rust? Is that rust stain? The way the staple is not shown, I can't tell, but given that there are moisture, water damage on the spine, I can only guess that those stain are rust stain, but there's no way to tell. Regardless, 180K, somebody wanted bad enough. And if you can't afford the other two copy, how about this 2.0 copy? Almost 80K. Unbelievable. This is a nice looking copy. Look at this one. Oh yeah. Small amount of dry glue on spine of cover. Two center wraps reattached with tapes. Okay. Look at that. Nice present 2.0. Okay. Nicely presented 2.0. Let's see the back cover. 2.0. Let's see. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's a nice 2.0. Regardless. Almost 80 grand. Wowza. Here is a cheap book. Batman 2. 5,200. Okay. When I come down to Batman, outside of Batman 1, you know, a lot of the Batman book from 2 onward are fairly affordable and they don't really appreciate that much. Certainly, I wouldn't categorize any of the book as investment, because if you go to GPA, I'm sure you can look it up. You certainly don't want to buy something for 5,000 and see it about the same price 5 years later. It's a great book to own if you want to collect Batman's golden age, but that's the problem with a lot of golden age book. Outside of a lot of key books, there's a lot of dead money there. Does this cover need any introduction? Any? Nice. 6.0. That's a nice looking 6.0 right there. Okay. Well presented. Well centered 6.0. That's what I would categorize as. 2,800. Woo! This is a killer book here. You know, Detective 28. The second appearance of Batman. Once again, without Batman on the cover. Damn. This is a really, really hard book to find. But this grade, 8.5. A Billy Wright pedigree. Wow. Look at that. What's the price again? 64,000. My God. I can tell you, if there was a Batman on the cover, it would double that price. This is one of my favorite pre-Robin tech. My 3 favorite early Robin, pre-Robin detective is issue 29, 31, and 35. And 29, oh man, this is a beautiful book. Some people think it is overgraded. There has always been some rumbling with this book. I think it's okay. Is it slightly overgraded? Sure. I would be happy to see it in a 3.0 slab and bid accordingly, but when it's in a 3.5 slab and go over 40,000, way too rich for me. How about this one? Detective 31. We need no introduction here. 96,000. I think that's fair, if I have to guess, right? That's not crazy price, not too cheap. Look at that iconic cover. Yeah. Little water damage there. 96K. Goodness sake. can't afford that, you go for this copy for $17K. It has a cool date stamp, a whole bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody like to stamp it 4 times. Like it. I like it. I like it, but I can't pay $17,200 for it though. Here you go, a pre-Robin detective without Batman on the cover. Dirt cheap, $8,088. If you want to own early Batman and not can't afford all the book that had the Batman on the cover, here is a good alternative. Look at this one, Detective 33, $11K, 1.5 with brittle page. Here, see, this is another great example to save because it had missing pieces. Okay, the back cover had missing pieces. And let's see what's going on. Spine completely split, cover detached. Not a surprise as far as the grade. For those that watch my grading videos, you will see many of the same kind of flawed book in my grading tutorial for 1.5. When you have a split cover that's completely detached, it's pretty sure that's going to be a 1.5 unless there are other bigger problem like big missing chunk. Then you might even go down to a 1.0 level or even lower. Here's my top 3 pre-Robin detective covers. 35, 3.0. What's the price? 23,500. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful book. That's a nice looking, solid looking 3.0. But everything looked good far away, right? Moderate amount of tape on interior cover. The dreaded tape. The dreaded tape. It's a damn shame when dealers used to tape up books to get higher grades. Damn shame. Detective 36, 5.0, 21K. I think this is a cheap price. You know, my hunch is the price for this book for 5.0 seemed kind of on the low side. 21K. That seemed kind of cheap. Nice cover. Last but not least of this pre-Robin detective cover, 21K for 6.0. Goodness. I think that's a strong price. First Robin, 35K. Who say Robin doesn't get enough love, right? Let's take a look. Solid. Nice. Super nice. This one's for Reaper Tate, Anthony, 18K. Yowza. Detective 168. Tough book. This is a very high grade for this book. You don't see this kind of grade on this book often. Killer Hope 1, 8.5, 132K. Holy moly. Let's have a closer look. Look at this. Oh, beautifully centered. Look at that. That's what I call a beauty. Wow. Beautiful. White page nonetheless. Wow. See, that is a gorgeous, gorgeous book. Freak of nature. Gotta include a freak of nature in there. You know, when you have a book that is 1968, 9.8, 9,051. Look at this freak of nature. Wow. Gorgeous. Beautifully centered. beautifully centered, okay? Oh my, nice. We're near the end. Sensation number 1, Wonder Woman 3.0, 18,606, 3.0 with a piece missing. Here is another book to save in your archive for grading purposes. See that big chunk at the bottom right of the book? There you go. The more you save, the more you learn. With Shazam 27,000 for 1.0. Yeah. Is that good or bad? I don't know. Spine completely split. Now remember the previous book that we saw that have a spine that is completely split was 1.5. This one a little rougher, right? A little rougher. No argument here that this book is a little rougher. And that's conclude the end of this auction recap. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.